Adam then goes for a walk past the checkpoints when he has a crazy idea. Adam then rushes home to tell Herb and his mother about his crazy idea. His idea was, instead of going to Laurie's farm, why not bring Laurie's farm to the community? They then start jumping on the and supporting it because they could all work together by building wells, growing crops on soccer fields, you name it. The whole community could work together. They then go to Laurie's farm to explain the idea. They didn't jump on the idea at first because leaving home is a pretty scary thought, but then they did realize that this is best for their family and the others. They then start bringing Laurie's farm materials to their neighborhood. They then run into a group of individuals who are wondering why they're bringing all this farm material through the neighborhood. They then take Herb and Adam as hostage and start asking questions and threatening them. Herb then spins around and threatens them with his gun that no one knew he had on since he left their guns behind. Adam then decides to go into his garage and try and complete his ultralight. He then runs into Laurie and he starts explaining to Laurie how hard him and his dad worked on this plane. Brett then comes along and starts making fun of Adam's ultralight, calling it a lawnmower, for example. Adam then decides enough's enough, so he assembles his ultralight, pushes it out of the garage, and prepares for liftoff. Adam then gets airborne and sees the world around him. Also, another reason why Adam decided to complete his ultralight was because he wanted to learn what was happening around him. After Adam had landed after his flight, him and Herb then take the air. While they're in the air, they discover our police station has been destroyed by what appears to be rocket-propelled grenades, an indication that someone somewhere is willing to take on the police for control. This discovery pushes Herb to convince Adam's mother to abandon her station and move the officers into the neighborhood. Adam then explains to the community how he needs their help and what his idea is for the future. The full plan is then in action. With Laurie's family now moved in to Eden Mills, they decide to build barriers, make wells, grow crops on soccer fields, do what they need to survive and rebuild civilization. They even give some civilians jobs like dentists and doctors. They then organize a committee of civilians that includes Dr. Morgan, Councilwoman Stevens, Judge Roberts, the fire chief, Captain Sanders, and an engineer, Mr. Nichols. They then start explaining what the next step in the chess game needs to be. But the fights also reveal something coming more sinister their way. When a nearby neighborhood, Burnham, who they have befriended, is attacked and almost everyone killed, Herb and Adam are then sent out to discover who would do this act of aggression. Adam and Herb then gather enough evidence to discover who would do this crime. Evidence showed that a rogue military group with rocket-propelled grenades and heavy assault weapons attacked the neighborhood. They took no prisoners and killed everyone they could find. Adam, Herb, Brett, and his mother then decide to go take down this military group to protect the community and their own lives. They then try and confront the group and take them down. How could they take down a group that's better armed and better manned? This is a life and death battle. They then try and escape the rogue military group. They then realize a war has started and that they're safe. Safe for at least today.
Created using Powtoon.